Hi, welcome back to Movie Mayhem. As always,
it's been so long.
I'm Spanky.
I'm G.
First off, we'd like to apologize for our absence lately. We were planning on recording some through some magic of internet communication, and it would have been a lesser quality.
Yeah.
But we kind of just never got around to it.
You're better than that.
Yeah, you guys deserve better. But G's now visiting again, so we have a chance to record a shitload of new episodes.
And it's October.
October. Rhymes with Cocktober. I don't know what that means.
I think you do. So that means spooky, scary Halloween movies.
Whoa.
And Count Chocula's back in stores.
Hell yeah. Bought me a mean-ass box the other day.
Family size.
Poured me a big-ass bowl. It's delicious. As usual, our normal shout-outs go to Chucky's Playground. Cool-ass place to be.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of underwent some changes here and there.
But they're good changes.
Good changes.
Everything's for the better.
And it's looking a little different. We're getting things kicked up around there. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Metal Matt and his Metal Matt podcast. Link in the description. And
right now it's October, so that's Metalween. It's a big thing. Every day you can hear lots of Metal Matt's deep voice.
It's very sexy.
It's great.
It melts my ice cream.
Yeah, well, it doesn't take much to melt your ice cream.
But, yeah, so his Metalween, he's doing a video a day of various Halloween stuff, scary movies. Like, one of them was, like, the top 10 Chucky moments, or he does, like, the top 10 Scream Queen hotties.
Yeah.
And it's pretty entertaining. They're pretty good. He does some movie reviews. I think he's doing a riff soon. Usual, Chucky115 Awesome, continuing to help us out with that Facebook page.
Yeah, and he has, he's had quite a few video releases lately.
Yep, he's done, like, a Freddy vs. Jason tribute, which was pretty badass. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he's still making videos. He's still kicking ass. Yeah. And then, you know, right old Billy Ballia. Shout out to our swell friend Smangry.
We will expect the, like, offense charges soon for you saying that.
He gets mad.
Our good friend Smangry.
Smangry, the writer of one of the most entertaining fanfics I've ever read.
Yeah.
The Nikah Trilogy about that dopey crippled bitch rolling around.
Oh my god, we heart Nikah.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Like, he was really hesitant about writing a part 3 after how part 2 ended. I'm glad he did. It is getting really good. Mm-hmm. So,
and we're nearing the end, so
it's worth the read. It's really lengthy, you know. We've heard plenty of people bitch about it because it's too long. You know, just take your damn time and read it.
It's the girth that will make you limp tomorrow. I've been around you way too long.
But it's good stuff. He's good, descriptive, very visual. It's very well written. Like, Metal Bass says he's the next Stephen King. I say J.K. Rowling. Tomato.
No, but honestly, it's like watching a movie in your head. Really great story. Really well revered. So give it a read. And also coming up at the end of this month, we got oh my god, we need funding for sound effects. We got the Trilogy of Terror coming up. And that is essentially kind of almost introducing what we just watched. But
so the idea behind the Trilogy of Terror, Smangry, G, and myself, we're going to each write kind of our own spooky little short story, and it's kind of going to go together with an intertwining outer plot. So it's like an anthology.
Yeah.
Which, there's a couple movies out there that do a lot of this, like, where there's an outer plot and there's stories told within it. One is Tales from the Hood, which is kind of where I got some of the idea for, and that's going to be an easy segue into our movie for this week.
Yeah.
And that's Trick or Treat. It's another horror anthology film from 2007.
I'm just laughing because I thought it was a kid's movie.
Yeah, G thought it was a kid's movie, but it was not.
No! Oh my god.
It has some famous people you might know or might not know. It has Brian Cox. He played Stryker in X-Men 2. He was in Super Troopers. It also has Dylan Baker. Chucky 115 Awesome is going to know. He was Dr. Kirk Connors in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man series.
Okay, no, I'm not.
And he has both arms in this movie, so he's good. It's got Anna
Paquin, Sookie Stackhouse, gap tooth bitch.
Yeah, so she's in there. It's got like the fat kid from Bad Santa in part of it. And it's a bunch of like short horror stories kind of. Well, they all kind of intertwine.
Yeah, well, because they all take place in the same town.
Yeah,
in
they
Ohio.
all take place in the same town in Ohio on the same night, and they kind of minimally interact with each other. They're tied together. And the whole thing is there's kind of this weird creature named Sam. They never reveal his name, but that's what he's credited as. He's like a kid in footy pajamas wearing like a burlap bag over his head. And
Yeah.
he's supposed to kind of represent the spirit of Halloween. And pretty much there's just a couple different stories that go on that are kind of spooky. Like, you know, a guy that gives poison candy to children and murders them.
Oh, those sound effects.
Yeah.
We were eating dinner. I couldn't eat anymore.
And the kid was just puking. It was delicious.
God.
And there's another one where it's like there's a school bus driver who gets paid to drive all these special education kids off a cliff because the parents were sick of them, and, you know, it's haunted. There's one... That one kind of spoils it. I don't think I should tell that one. And then there's another one that has more Sam, the kid, goblin creature, pumpkin head person, whatever, interacting. He's kind of the main antagonist for the small story. And if you pay really close attention, you'll notice, hey, these characters from this story, they make a brief appearance in this other story. So, like, one of the ones was in the first one, these trick-or-treaters came to the guy's house that poisons kids, or specific kids, and later on they're in their own story. So, like, I've seen that movie a couple times. I mean, I think the first time I saw it was like 5 years ago in college. I remember it was Halloween, we watched it. And this was your first time seeing it.
Yeah, so we're keeping with the trend. Time's passed, but I still have not seen any of the movies.
Yeah, so what'd you think about it?
I liked it. Well, honestly, I clearly didn't know what to expect if I thought this was for children. And the first thing you see is a pair of titties in the one scene. Yeah, so, but you know what? I liked it because it's not, I wouldn't even classify it as horror, as one of those, it's just one of them, like, campfire story movies.
Yeah, the whole thing is it's an anthology. It's a bunch of different smaller stories.
But I have to admit that Sam looks like Glenn as a pumpkin.
Yeah, because he wears a mask and he gets the mask taken off and he looks like that abomination of a character, Glenn, from C to Chucky. So yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. I kind of like it because I like those movies where you notice stuff and how they interact with each other.
And I'm one of those people that don't notice shit all until people like Spanky is like, hey, did you see that in this story too? Like, that's essentially what you did the whole time.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have noticed, so.
Yeah, and trying to think of other things to say about it. I would just highly recommend it. This is from 2007. It's got a cut. Nobody too crazy famous in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's really good. It's really interesting. And it all takes place over the same night. And they interact, and it's just like,
and
whoa.
it just makes you wish that towns actually did have big
Yeah,
Halloween
because
fests
it's some
like that.
town in, like, Ascend, Ohio.
Yeah.
And they, like, go ape shit over Halloween.
Yeah. It's like Salem.
Salem?
I don't know. I just assume they go ape shit. They got the witch trials.
They're talking about Sabrina's cat. The stupid wise ass one from Sabrina's
That cat needs a therapist.
It does. So I don't think there's much more we can really say about this movie without kind of giving away some of it. Like, we will go over movies in detail, but this one kind of ruins it if we do. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, because all of them kind of have that twist ending. Sometimes it's a twist on a twist on a twist. And then you watch and you're like, holy shit. You know, it was pretty. I mean, it didn't do too well in the box office. I got the Wikipedia.
I've never even heard of this movie coming out. Like, I didn't know it went into theaters.
Mm-hmm. And it had a $12 million budget, and it only got.
That's a small budget for a movie. Well,
it only made $5 million from domestic video sales, so it's financially unsuccessful. And, you know, it has a cult following, and
I was just going to say, is it a culty movie? Because it seems like it would be.
It really is, and I guess in October 2013, they're going to make a sequel.
Oh, God.
So, I'm pretty excited for that.
Well, considering 2013 was last year, we haven't seen shit.
Yeah, well, let's see what Wikipedia says about it. Not much. It was just announced in October 2013, so a year ago.
It had, and I found it had a very 1990s feel. Because I asked, I'm like, when was this made, in the 90s? And you're like, 2007.
Yep. I just remember how I watched it. There was a kid in my college, and it was Halloween. We're going to watch a bunch of movies, and he recommended it, and it was just amazing. So, and it has that. A lot of people recognize this character, Sam, like G did, for instance, once she's like, oh, it's that kid.
Yeah.
And it's just like, a lot of people have seen it and recognize it, but they may not have seen the movie that he's from.
Because I've seen, and it does, like, I don't know if you have them in the US, but in Canada, there's a place called, like, Sunrise Records, which would be kind of like FYE or whatever over here. Where they had, like, figurines of that kid. And I never knew where it came from. So I think those particular stories have large cult following, like, movies and stuff that's in stock. So I knew it would be, like, a culty movie. But yeah, I never knew where it came from.
Yep. You know, it was a pleasant surprise. One of those ones where, I mean, I'm thankful I've heard of it because I don't know how else I would have heard of it if it wasn't just word of mouth.
Yeah. It's like one of the movies that's like a tradition that you watch every October.
It is, and I kind of have to because AMC is kind of sucking ass right now and playing scary movies in October. Especially when they're starting to sell Halloween decorations in the beginning of September or August.
Yeah. So. What AMC normally, I don't really have that at home.
They do.
I just know they do Walking Dead, and that's all that they're known for.
God, piece of shit. Well, like, they're not even playing scary movies. They typically do. They do, like, a Chucky marathon. They do Halloween marathon, obviously.
And that's, you know what, Halloween TV is going to shit. Yeah. Like, if it wasn't for American Horror Story, I don't know how
Halloween Town.
Halloween Town Thug Life.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge.
That one with that other bitch, though, playing Marnie. That one sucks.
Oh, that's Halloween Town. Return
when
to Halloween Town.
When she goes to, like, university.
Yeah, she goes to Halloween Town U. So, yeah, that one sucks. Don't
In reality,
watch it.
she probably dropped out.
All right, well.
This was short.
This was, we're just kind of getting back in the swing of things.
It normally is the first time after a while.
and another reason is we can't really discuss much more of this movie without revealing everything.
Yeah, so people who don't like spoilers can probably actually watch this one.
Yeah, other ones, who cares?
Because those movies are so damn old. If you didn't see them, that's your problem.
Yeah, like, that's the other thing. I'm not going to feel bad if the movie's been out. I mean, this movie's been out 7 years, but it's also one nobody have really heard of.
Yeah.
So.
And it is the spooky season. So you may want to watch movies. What the fuck? I don't know what comes out of your mouth half the time. Stop. My God. There's a lot of boobs in this movie. That's one thing I'll say. Because...
No complaints here.
Yeah, I know. And there's a nipple shot, too. But they're like National Geographic.
Life hands you lemons. Make lemonade.
Yeah, how much lemonade have you made in your life?
After this movie, quite a bit.
Bullshit.
Well, anyway, this was fun as hell. We're gonna kind of continue this for our next few, I think.
Yeah, as long as we have 3 weeks left in October.
Yeah, so that's 3 weeks, and we'll probably do one just for shits and giggles the week after Halloween. November. So we're thinking the next 4 episodes, the next 3 after this are going to be kind of scary movie themed. Mm-hmm. Just because it's the season. we'll try and do stuff like that. When it comes around Christmas.
If you have any scary movie recommendations or Halloweeny movies, then let us know.
Halloweeny movies.
Fuck you. I didn't know what to say. But do not say The Nightmare Before Christmas, because everyone and their damn cousin's seen that movie.
Yeah, and I don't live in a trailer park and wear Skeleton Jack clothes and hope my boyfriend's going to get a job, so...
If you have a boyfriend, then there's a serious problem.
Yeah, there's a serious problem if you wear Skeleton Jack sweatshirts. Well, anyway, we will catch you next time, so until then, stay classy.
See ya.